We are back, ladies and gentlemen, moving into the second map of our best of three. And I want to bring some stats back up for you because they were a little bit wrong. We've just corrected them because when it comes to train, it is a bit more one-sided. I did say one-sided, then I looked really stupid. There we go. That's what we're talking about.
Let me give you some context though, right? Because TeamOne, sure, 69%. They've lost to Chaos, they lost to Evil Geniuses, and they've lost to Team Liquid. 3 teams that are very good on a map like Train, right? So without those losses, they would be up in the 80s and 90s.
Absolutely, and I'll add on top of that, that Train is actually their most picked map in best of 3, 41% first pick. I think that's a stat that we sometimes ignore too easily, because to me it's a huge tell. What maps are they comfortable to pick? But they haven't really played it in that tournament, so we don't know where they stand at the moment. But for Chaos, it's all or nothing. It's the best of 5, so they're not actually facing elimination, but they have to wake the up.
They really do, right? And this is a problem here. I like we're doing that. We're doing the mother, and then
We just
and a little bit.
Well, at some point, one of us is gonna slip, you know.
No, never.
No,
just like Maluki, we don't miss.
We don't miss right now. We are not missing. We are here to enjoy the train game. We are here to see what is going to happen in this game because Chaos, again, they come in as favorites for sure, but what we just saw from TeamOne was an absolute dismantling of the Chaos lineup from start to finish. It was textbook Counter-Strike and nuke play that had been unheard of and unseen so far here in NA. And already, a little bit of a B push coming in from TeamOne. Jonji's going to do his best to keep him at bay, but it's not going to work out with him. And actually, with time to go, they could still fake this out. They could run it all the way back because Chaos, well, they're not rotating just yet. I thought they would put more bodies towards
They are believing in
the
Vanity.
delay.
They have a lot of faith on Vanity, and now he's got the information. So the B bomb side has been compromised. It has fallen to the hands of TeamOne, and Vanity is going to tap away with the USP. This is one of the most common places to use the silencer to grab that distance advantage and grab some kills. We see TeamOne trying to make the distance, but it is looking great for the CTs. Leaf and Vanity combining. Zeppa tops on in, but the reaction is coming in from the T side. PRT and Barton together to try and win this pistol. Barton adds another one, and now he turns around the train and plays it cleverly. Barton with the triple kill. Best start possible for TeamOne.
And so smart from Barton there. You saw he went for the challenge early on and just walked back a bit to make sure his teammate could also fire in on him. They were ensuring that even if it went down, he'd be out in the open, he would be exposed. TeamOne, big brain in the situation, taking around what Chaos at one point had an advantage in, and we get a tactical timeout coming in from TeamOne, probably just to reset themselves. That's just the calming down, maybe.
Take a deep breath, make sure everything is okay. And MRBR send their regards. Leaf and Zeppa went in a combined 0-10 in opening duels on Nuke, while Maluki dropped a 6-0 scoreline in opening duels. Cool.
Holy moly.
Holy moly.
Yeah. Why would MIBR send their regards?
I'll let you tackle that one. I have learned that Elliot is far more clever than I am, so I would never ever challenge him.
See, I know, but I think we should just leave it there as it is right now. We should
let's
focus.
not trigger the fans.
Nah, well, we could. It's kind of fun sometimes, but let's trigger them with some good Counter-Strike instead of. That's probably more fun right now as TeamOne, they are looking to go into this second round untrained, well aware that a force spy is coming in from Chaos. 2 scouts, 1 MP9, and 2 sets of Deagles. That's what they have to deal with. And you can see the utility has been valued high for TeamOne, so they are going for the Galils just to make sure you have all the grenades you want to. Leaf, putting down a good grenade towards Maluki. Going for the duel right here. Scout is to back him up, but the utility from TeamOne right here is a clear sign that they want to take this as much together as they can. Good flash coming in right here. Zeppa can't connect the shot. And a bit of map control has been obtained for TeamOne. They're taking this slow, sure, don't want to force the issue.
I wouldn't want to force the issue either. Staying in an advantageous position as Malb seems to get a kiss on his head for good luck, maybe.
I want one too.
I'm coming, Maniac.
No, just stay where you are. Just stay where you are, James. Later, when the mics are off. Come on. Keep it decency for now. Look at this. Chaos, they have very clearly made a decision. The B bomb side is where they want to fight. And TeamOne, they've started just by checking the temperature, making sure there's no issues. Barton's going to be sent first, and he's going to be welcomed by the MP9. The issue becomes, how many players did he see? What kind of information does he give to his teammates? And the good call is in for TeamOne. They will try to fight at A side, but the rotations arrive timely. Chaos, they do have a shot. It starts with Leaf and the Mighty Eagle. He's got another opportunity, but Maluki will best him, and now it's a 3 versus 2. Jonji strikes back, and now it's an absolute brawl. It's an absolute chaos as Vanity strikes in from Connector with the Deagle, and Mouse is 1 shot away from dying. And it's just a game of patience, and he connects. Chaos with the bounce back, 1-1.
Very important for Chaos to bounce back right here. Nice round by Vanity. You talked about him, James, coming into this game. He needs to show something. He needs to find impact on the server, and so far he's been able to do it. Now, let's not forget, this was the same thing that happened on Nuke. TeamOne, they won the pistol, went on to lose the force buy. Chaos then went on to lose the force buy, let's call it that way. And from that point onwards, there was only one team on the server. So, very important round coming in for Chaos right here, right now. They need to stabilize. They need to get off to a good start here on the CT side. They need to assert dominance and show TeamOne that they are here to play tonight. They cannot allow themselves to lose this one, and you can see there's a clear plan coming out of TeamOne. Tech9s all over the board, apart from one player and plenty of utility.
Oh yes, that's the key sign, isn't it? All that utility in play. TeamOne have something prepared, and they want to dispatch of Chaos in a similar fashion to what just happened, but maybe with more alive. That's obviously always the goal when it comes to it, but how it goes down is another question. Utility starts to get used. Marky wants to spray up into it. Zeppa, he expects someone to be going down the ladder. They're toying with their food. They're playing around with it. Leaf needs to be good for more than just one, and that's exactly what he's going to bring up onto the board. This is nicely held by Chaos as they confuse Barton and shut him down. Pesadillo does get one, but won't be able to grab the weapon from it, and he'll soon be overwhelmed. There won't be much of a hope in hell's chance for him.
Oh, doing some damage though and staying alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Legit with the Tech9. We're bringing it back.
Take it back, James.
I'll take it back.
There we go.
Pesadillo's legit with a Tech9.
Still with a chance as well, but Chaos are doing this smart. They're staying together. They are well aware that a Tech9, well, it could do a lot of damage, but spraying and killing two people within the matter of seconds, that's not one of them. So as long as they stay together, they should be relatively safe here. Bomb is still down, and Pesa may have a bit of timing now as Chaos starts to disjoint a bit. There we go. Finds the first one. Not aware that the second player still is left him. There we go. Vanity gets the kill, but making that very, very expensive. So even though Chaos, I don't even want to use the word stabilize here, they win the round, and that's the most important thing. Their money take a big hit, and you can see the buy coming in right here as well. A FAMAS on Leaf, FAMAS on Maki, and Vanity with an Orc as well. And it's an MP9 on Jonty. It's not a strong buy, but if you're TeamOne, you have to save. You cannot afford to go for another chance right here. So 1 or 2 kills, that's all TeamOne needs in this round in order to put on pressure on the economy. Malps, he's out of the server. That was pretty quick. Good double nade setup, and you can see Chaos' game plan already now. If you take your analytical glasses on, they want to play up front. They don't want to leave any room whatsoever for TeamOne. They want to shut them down from the beginning of the rounds, and if they can't do that, well, then they can't win. If they can, though, they stand a good chance. Vanity takes a headshot, but with the Glock from that distance, 36 HP. Easy.
Chaos can hold on and hold strong for this round as long as they don't make any silly mistakes. Speak about your analytical glasses on, Pimp. Do you ever take them off?
No.
Didn't think so.
I wish I could sometimes, you know, when I was playing myself, you know, and face it and matchmaking, but I feel like I'm hurting myself, but it is what it is. Comes with the good, comes with the bad. Also, I'd be blind if I didn't wear glasses, so.
Same. I couldn't see anything. The world would look a hell of a lot more different. For TeamOne, this game looks completely different as Chaos are about to get the same amount of rounds they had on Nuke.
Yeah, and it's super important. They survive all players here. They don't even use most of their utility. A couple of players save their grenades, and that's also a small detail to have a look at. You know, there's no need when you're in a 5 versus 2 against a full eco to throw any nades, anything. You see often pro players even throw away for whatever reason, and basically you're just throwing away money at that point. So good to see Chaos not doing that. Show to me that they still have some of that individual flair at least. This time around though, they are up against a complete different buy coming out of TeamOne. Vanity aggressive with the MP9. This time around he gets shot down by Barton. Jonty though, if he can find this duel with the Orc, that would be nice for him.
Be careful.
I can't figure out what he wants to do. Now he's giving up his position as well, Jonty. Good nade, a bit lucky, but kill is kill.
Will he be aware of Malb's potential for sneaking down lower? Got the backup of Leaf. They've made noise now. Malb should be aware at least.
You can see he's communicating to his teammate. He's not aware Leaf is going to be up here. That's going to bait that, but Leaf is not. Oh. There was the timing. You could see Malps. He heard Jonty, so he thought he had an opening, just as well as you and I did, James, but Leaf was there ready to take him down. Maluki Out of yard now, takes the long-range duel. Can win that against Step, and it's falling apart here for TeamOne.
Yeah, they're not getting much done. They've played around the map, but maybe played themselves at the same time. Pesadillo. Now on the back foot all alone, 62 health. And that was to be expected in the end. He tried to do some damage. He tried to pick up another kill, but TeamOne, now they've got to try and find some other answers in it. It really did all just come down to what would be seen and what would be heard and done from Malbs in this position. And he got duped into it with John G running away.
To be fair, it was a bit of a weird setup from John G and Leaf. I don't think that was planned. It wasn't planned that John G should make the noise to bait for Leaf. I think that's something that happened in the middle of the round, and then Chaos made the absolute most out of it. So in that sense, that was nice by them. But as for Malbs, I just want to give him the excuse that he actually read the situation correct. He was a step ahead, but by unforeseen circumstances, he didn't get the kill. This time around, though, John G gets taken down, and again, it's a full eco. There's no reason whatsoever for John G to play so aggressive. He got punished for it. Leaf and Sep are there to clean it up for him, though, and clean it up for Chaos. Again, stabilizing. A round like this, there should never be any doubt who's going to win it, but if TeamOne can make it expensive, if they can take a big chunk into the cash that Chaos have at their disposal, then that in itself is a success criteria for this round.
Potential here for them to be able to escape into the B site. If Vanity just hits one, they could still potentially push in and get the bomb down. That's going to be the key play here.
Vanity in a good position, though. AWP in hand, spots two players, nicely done by him, and there we go, connects the shot as well, playing it perfect. The second one as well. Fantastic by Vanity. Maybe a third one to his name? Nope, that's going to be stolen by Marky, but Vanity doing everything correct right here. Good to see Chaos finally showing up, not only individually speaking, but decision-making wise as well. John G, of course, maybe a bit too aggressive in the beginning of the round, but as said, the teammates of his cleaned it up for him and played a pretty much perfect round afterwards. So just as much as we praised TeamOne for getting off to a good start on Nuke, I think we have to do the same thing right here, right now. Chaos, they're looking hot.
Definitely.
They have plenty of money in the bank.
I would say on that previous round, though, like, when Malbs' teammate jumped in front of him first,
yeah,
he should have jumped a little bit earlier, and I had the communication to just try and get the plant down. They could have easily had that happen.
True.
Still very unlikely to win the round for sure, but just the extra money, the extra help could have been beneficial. They're starting off with a pick on this one, and that's ideal for sure. Maluki with the AWP in his hand, and guess what? He gets the opening kill. That's what you want to see if you're a TeamOne fan. That's what we expect to see from a man like Maluki. And now they slow it right down. They're hoping Chaos might make some more mistakes, but they should be smarter than that.
They should. And so far in this game, they have been. That's the thing with Chaos. I feel like we see them sometimes lift the foot off the gas pedal just a little bit when they get ahead. This time around, though, I think TeamOne are too good for that. Sepa towards Ivy gets spotted out and he gets taken down by PRT. Nicely done by him. Junty trying to reinforce now. He wants to make a play, take back control over the round, and this could be it. Junty, if he finds a good timing right here, standing in the smoke, I don't think Pesta is ready for it. Well, I was wrong. And there we go.
Reactions are good.
Yeah, they were really good. Or maybe he wasn't ready for it, but as you said, just a bit quicker. Marky coming in from behind. This is the last hooray round for Chaos. If they don't get the kill right here from Marky, that's it. There we go, round over. And this is super, super important, James, because you're spot on. Maluki finding confidence, finding opening kills with the AWP. That's going to be a win condition on a map like Train. And when you win a round, you do it convincingly. You survive 4 players on the T side. So look at the money already now, slowly but surely starting to build up for TeamOne. Super, super good round and well executed as well. Never took any chances they shouldn't take. So maybe we're going to have one of those maps where it is going to go a bit back and forth because both teams are actually playing well.
And we've seen already Maluki had his AWP picked up, so it was saved on over. They didn't have to rebuy it by the looks of it. My memory serves me correctly. Maluki hoping for someone to push onto him again.
Oh, this is a good timing.
On it. He's got the backup there. Leaf's throwing out the grenades. Won't quite connect with him though.
Well, good reaction from Maluki. Knew exactly that. He had that one shot, and after that didn't connect. It's all about getting away because the nades could fly in and the spam could come through the smoke. So again, optimizing the situation. Of course, a kill would have been nice, but when you don't get that, you optimize, and that's what they're doing right now. Smoke's coming on outside. E-Box and Bomb Train will be smoked off. And by the looks of it, it's a bit of a fake towards the inner bomb side. Jonji will have to defend it by himself. Spots 2 players. Stays alive. Nope, he goes down to Barden. And there we go. PRT now in a good position to get a frag, but he misses on towards Seba. And that's a bit of an opening right now. 4 versus 4 retake coming in. But Barden is all the way into CT spawn. This duel right here, James, that's going to decide the tide of the round.
Oh, and he's ready for it. Stops in the nick of time, and he'll keep their eyes peeled for it. He's got Pesadelo and Malbs also pushed down alongside him. Not as deep, but they're ready to refrag. And Chaos are ready to get the hell out of there, as they've already understood that this is not worth fighting for. They don't want to stay with this. They don't want to hold it down. They'll allow TeamOne to get a third on the board.
Good decision, though, from Chaos. As I just spoke about before, the more you optimize your situations, whether it's a good one or a bad one, the better. This time around, they are aware the chances of them winning the round, well, they're quite minimal, so don't even want to go for it. Save their pistols and guns and so forth. And oh, there we go. Malbs coming in from behind and just taking 1 kill. And that's actually a big problem. Look at the money right now from Chaos. What could have been a strong buy is going to be a bit of a weak one now. That is such a huge kill from Malbs. We didn't get to see it, but that's going to change the economical situation completely for Chaos. Now, they don't want to go for the buy. Look at that, James. With that kill from Malbs, he's just made sure that there's only going to be 2 players coming into this round with anything worth to shoot against them. That is such a nice kill. Vanity can't quite connect the shot. Didn't take any damage from the Molotov. That was a bit weird, but wow, Malbs underrated kill.
Ooh, the duel of the sniper has begun. Maluki and Vanity combine for a 1-1 trade. But as we talked about, TeamOne very clearly have the advantage when it comes to the weaponry. So Vanity has to do more, and so he does. Second kill, second strike. Maluki answers. It is a battle on the server. Whoever's got the bigger sniper, who's got the bigger ego, will end up winning it. And so you have our winner. Maluki besting Vanity. Triple kill for him in this round.
He did a lot with it, though. You can be very happy if your Vanity. It just wasn't enough. So close yet so far is how he will be feeling. And now the other TeamOne players will regroup. They will make sure, or try to make sure, that they don't have any more casualties in this round. Malbs to put the molly out towards Connector.
That should
stop anyone from pushing through. Easy for them to get the plant down. They can keep the AWP up high.
I'd like Zeppa to just go back and save one of the weapons that are on the ground. Surely press a little NPRT had guns that can be picked up. And that's exactly what it's going to do. An AK, an AWP transferred into the next round.
Solid.
Which isn't too bad.
Great recovery coming in from TeamOne. Going down 5-1, we're already now starting to question, okay, Nuke, was that a fluke? Or was it just Chaos not warmed up? But TeamOne, they're responding well. And for any new viewers, or for any viewers out there who don't watch too much Counter-Strike or may not be aware of the dynamics of the different maps, Train is one of those maps where you say the CT side is still the strongest. It can be a 50-50 sometimes, but if TeamOne can get away with 5, 6, 7 rounds, I think they'll be very, very happy with that outcome. So far, so good. 4 to the name.
Loving this boost coming out of Maluki with the AWP and that kill right here. That decided the round.
He's so sharp.
He is quite sharp.
Clever as well.
Providing the fire in this grand final. That's the least we can say. He was obviously one of the names that we had to mention on Nuke. And he doesn't show any signs of stopping down, any signs of slowing down. Now TeamOne, facing against rifles all across the board, have the hardest task ahead of them. Can they break through that defense? Can they find another opportunity? They've deployed the basic smokes towards Ilek and Sandwich. Just enough to keep Chaos guessing. Is anyone already towards Olaf? Is anyone out there lurking in the shadows? It's not the case. They decide to play the second wave of attack towards Ivy. It's going to be 2 players there, and then the main squad will wait in T-mid.
Very clear what they want to do. You're spot on. Smoke comes in now towards connector / right side of the bomb train. 2 players still down towards Ivy. And look at the setup coming in right here from Chaos. They have 3 players towards that B bomb side. That thing is going to be inside, but it's not. They're going to be in for a big surprise. Vanity, he's going to be smoked out here. What do? You go through it? No, you fall back. And the hit is going to come out now. 2 players from Ivy, 3 players from TeamOne. Maki finding a kill just before the Molotov lands. Vanity, he'll have to do good here. 1 kill at the very least while he's burning down. And he gets taken out by Malbs. Leaf stays alive though. Another kill to his name. This kill right here from PRT could be important, but he does not connect it.
Leaf was so low as well. He's quickly finished off, but now Malbs all alone, completely overwhelmed. And Chaos, they stabilized in a round that looked like it was going the other way.
You gotta give it up to Maki though. Him getting the first kill from Popdog. That's what's throwing them off guard, right? Because Leaf then finds himself 2 kills right here standing in the open, but the read coming out from Chaos was completely wrong. Let's be honest, they had 3 players towards the B bomb side. Only 2 players to defend outside, and yet they still managed to win. Good job by Leaf. Good job by the individual skill coming out of Vanity as well, staying alive for that long.
Maluki. Most kills, most damage, most assists, most opening kills, highest rating. Nuke was the Maluki show. Indeed it was. Tactical timeout coming out of Chaos, and I appreciate it. As Jacob said, they got faked, they got duped, but they were good enough individually to stabilize the situation and find a way out. But you want to make sure that you stay on top of your game. You want to make sure that you read your opponents in the best of way. And TeamOne on the T side. Wait a minute, did they call another timeout?
Yeah, they've done this.
Second timeout?
Chaos have done this twice now. We saw it last time. A double timeout has been called by these guys.
Interesting.
Something they do like to use. Maybe they need some more time to understand.
But they're in the lead, right? So right now they only have 2 remaining timeouts, and they're in the lead 6-4. So you gotta respect it. They really want to make sure that they have all the T's crossed and the I's dotted. I took the time because I always got it wrong.
Interesting buy coming out from TeamOne though. Pesa and Maluki. Double AWP setup on the T side on train.
Ooh.
Now let's be honest, in European top Counter-Strike, Astralis, Navi, you name it, you don't see that often. While it does happen once in a while, but North American Counter-Strike, I feel like we've seen it a couple of times already and they've been pulling it off, so interesting to see how they're going to utilize 2 AWPs in 1 round here on train.
There are 4 snipers on the server, but 1 is already on the ground. Pesadillo had no time to play with his new toy. He's going to have to wait the next round because he's been blasted away. Perfect start for Chaos. Already putting TeamOne on the ground somewhat.
And that was an aggressive push. Calculation from Chaos there. Maybe they're trying to give TeamOne a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, the grenades, they must have hurt Pesa. Because eventually they took him out. But the reaction is coming in fast right here. Just an instant go towards the B bomb side. John defending by himself.
Oh, he sees him.
Oh, has backup as well from Heaven. That's a good Molotov right there. Doesn't connect the kill. Now Leaf has to defend it by himself. Play it defensively, wait for the push. You're losing control over the bomb side no matter what, but Melps is coming in for you right here, buddy. Yeah. Good job by Leaf. Now the retake comes in 4 versus 3. Still a couple of flashes on Maluki.
And they have a smoke to play with Maluki. You're gonna need to do more than that. That's a good start. Here comes Barton with the AK. Treaded by Zepa, efficiently Maluki almost adjusting. Leaving all on to PRT. He's hidden towards Heaven. His position is compromised. They know behind spray control and just not enough. Zepa with 46 HP makes sure that Chaos create a streak. Round number 7 for Chaos EC.
Oh, that was close.
Scary.
Yeah, that was very scary. You felt that spray was going to connect, right?
It just, because of who he is, you just think, he's probably going to land that, isn't he? Like, that's going to work. A good retake, though. That was solid. Leaf played it so smart. He didn't try and fight. He didn't try to stick around. He waited for his teammates to come back in.
Yeah, you saw Melts, right? He was just rushing down towards the back line of the bomb side, and he thought to himself, okay, Jonty with an AWP, he's probably holding this by himself, so he didn't even check for Leaf. No flash being thrown by a teammate either, and again, before Twitch chat and everyone else jump on him, you know, it's pretty normal to have an AWP player holding inside by yourself, so you can understand why he's thinking, okay, we got this single defender, and now I just want to take control of the bomb side. Unfortunately for him, Leaf did very well staying alive, getting the kill, and he's up to 136 ADR. Let's take a moment to appreciate that. He's definitely come alive.
Round number 12 on the second map in this grand final. If you are just joining us, TeamOne have obliterated their opposition on Nuke. We were shocked, the world was shocked by that, but Chaos looked to react. They're poised to have a somewhat decent CT side if Zepa can play it clever. He spots them, leaves his position, but Jonji is high up top. He's completely pinned out, he's got to escape. Good repositioning out of him. Malov somehow destroys Zepa from the distance, but it's all a fake. And if we could see the minimap, we see Marky strikes in from Popdog. Perfect spray, but Maluki is too quick.
Maluki hits these wild shots. Leaf will still put things in their favor, though. And it was looking so good for TeamOne. Maluki drops on down. Doesn't have much health to fight with, but he is willing to take the challenges. PRT's got to be so careful of ladder. And Vanity finds him. It's an easy pickup. He wasn't even looking the right direction. PRT now needs to make the magic happen, but he'll instantly get taken down. He had players completely surrounding him, and an 8th CT-sided round will be put on the board for Chaos.
Yeah, that was a great round again from Chaos. I think they're finally waking up now. Individually speaking, some of the players are playing well. Leaf, we just mentioned him. Vanity as well with the AWP. James, I believe you called out his name to be one to look out for here on Train. You need your AWP player to play well, and so far he's doing a good job. Whereas if you look towards the scoreboard of TeamOne, sure, none of them are really struggling, I'd say. PRT, maybe only on 3 kills, but I don't feel he's been doing anything he shouldn't be. Was close to winning that 1 versus 2 as well, but as a team right now, TeamOne are struggling to find out how to break this defense. The double AWP setup are proving very strong right now for Chaos, and they need to find a solution for that. A heavy execute with a lot of smokes. Maybe a B explosion with a lot of smokes. That'd be nice if you had that in your pocket, but we haven't seen it yet from TeamOne.
Good grenade to start things off. Leaf completely blind, but must realize a lot of people are in front of him. Sprays through the smokes blindly, can't connect. PRT finds the right timing, and Marky's out of bullet. He's gonna have to play it clever. Zeppa is all on to you. The rest of the defense is scrambling. Good reaction from Marky, pinning down the offense. They cannot make any move. Marky's spinning them up. He adds another one. And just like that, Chaos looked to stabilize the situation that could have looked dicey.
There we go, the timeout coming in from TeamOne. Probably a good idea now to figure out what do we do to get at least maybe 2 rounds more on the scoreboard before the first half ends. As I said before, if you have it in your pocket, it's hard to require, right? Because normally you and I, Matthew, we commentate or analyze, I guess, the top European teams. You look at a team like Astralis, even the likes of Gambit at this point, and these top teams, right? They always have strats in their pockets. So TeamOne right now, if you have it in you, you know, an inner execute where you smoke off bomb train, left side, you smoke off deep connector, and you put a Molotov on towards back bomb train, for an example, you leave Junji out of the round, and then you only have Leaf to worry about. A strat like that right now, I feel, could work if you have it, but I'm not sure whether or not that's part of their book, sort of, whether they have it in them to pull that off, but that would be my call right here.
Well, I talked about how TeamOne would like to pick Train in these best of 3s, and if you do, you must be used to start on the T side. It comes with the territory,
yes.
It comes with the job. Remember, it is a heavy CT-sided map. If they are able to put 1 or 2 more rounds on the board, I am ready to give them a successful mission accomplished. 6 rounds on the T side would be enough to make a case for themselves, but Chaos, they're not looking to slow down.
Well, it looks like they want to go towards inside now. I'm just curious as to where it's going to be. Smoke, execute, Molotov, all 5 players. Junji by himself, but the backup is coming in now. Marky will act as the backup. Smoke's coming in now. I think we're getting exactly what I requested. Let's see how it works out, though. 3 players are ready for Chaos.
Coach Pimp!
Tag him in. If he's right. If he's wrong, kick him to the curb. That's what we do with a bad pimp. The Junji's in a good spot, but he'll have a bad kill. Not going his way. PRT straight to the head. Bomb be planted. Malbs needs to be careful. There's players all around him. Does he have the information? He's in so much danger, but his teammates are backing him up. They strike all at the same time, and Zeppa left alone, and he's fighting with everything he's got. He believes he can bring it back, and the money is good for the CT side on just 1 player. So does Zeppa really want to try and challenge this here and now? Continues to push forward, continues to try and go for it. Looks to isolate the player, but PRT, he's able to dispatch of him. A 5th round on the board, and TeamOne now might have done enough to push Chaos around. They're going to spend all their money in this one for sure, but they're not going to have the prettiest of buys.
I got scared for a second. I told you Zeppa is a closer, and he had 3 kills in that round, almost making the retake a possibility in that 1 versus 2. A good move by PRT. And we're forced to say, Coach Pim, tag him in, was pretty good with the idea. That B execute struck really nicely. We also have to give it to PRT, who completely destroyed Junji in that wood position. To me, that was the kill that decided everything. If Junji had found 1 or 2 kills, we would have been looking at a very different rounds. And TeamOne now, off the back of this victory towards the B-bomb side, will put some pressure there just to keep the defense guessing.
The big problem right now here for Chaos as TeamOne got another round to the board is the money. Look at the buy coming in right now. Marky even getting touched by that Molotov. That at least gives them information that he's playing up close. A FAMAS, an MP9, an AWP, and 2 Deagles. That's it. That's all they have to work with. Vanity is pushing up with Leaf, though. That's a nice tech team. They want to clear team main, and the question is, do they want to push all the way or just hold the line right here? If Leaf, well, he's getting information now. He can hear the sounds in T-spawn. It could be dangerous. for TeamOne. Maki as well, he has been hurt inside Pop Dog, so Barton is not gonna mess around with that, but the bomb is slowly but surely moving towards the inner bomb side, where 2 players right now are stacked up, as well as Leaf pushing towards TeamOne. He found the perfect timing. I think Chaos have a good idea of what's going on right now, but 2 players from Ivy, it's a split, I think. They want to split the inner side, yeah?
Indeed.
But Leaf now.
Oh, timing is going to be everything. For the Deagle to make an impact. Does he see them? A cannon has been spotted. Maluki absolutely oblivious to any sort of danger. Leaf puts the bomb on the ground and he gets back up. Picks up the AWP and he's got the perfect line. He sees a foot, triggers the foot a little bit too quick, but the Deagle will be good for 1. Miles reacting quickly. He's got another target. That is 3 quick kills, but he's got 11 seconds to play with. My friend, you have to run. I don't think you have time. I know you have the talent, but the time is missing for you. 5 seconds and he is put down.
10-5 after the first half as Chaos grab a round where they did not have much in it. Chaos are looking strong, but then can they close it out on Chaos, on TeamOne's pick even?
Just like every time we meet, that girl is blazing hot. She's burning up the spot. She's tearing up the floor. I'm loving what she's got, girl. I gotta take my chances. I like the way she dances. She should get up so good, just like the shoulder should, shoulder should, shoulder should, should. She's on fire. 1,000 degrees, she's on fire. I'm feeling the heat like, oh. Somebody better put her out like, oh. Before she burn the place down, she's on fire. Like the thermometer, she's going through the roof. That girl ain't no lie, believe me, that's the truth. Now watch her as she go, she ripping up the floor. And if you don't know now, you know. No. Gotta take my chances. I like the way she dances. She should get up so good, just like the shoulder should, shoulder should, shoulder should. She's on fire. 1,000 degrees, she's on fire. I'm feeling the heat like, oh. Somebody better put her out like, oh. Before she burn the place down, she's on fire. 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 1,000 degrees, she's on fire. I'm feeling the heat like, oh. Somebody better put her out like, oh. Before she burn the place down, she's on fire. 1,000 degrees, she's on fire. I'm feeling the heat like, oh. Somebody better put her out like, oh. Before she burn the place down, she's on fire. She make me sweat, she make me sweat. She make me sweat, make me sweat. She make me sweat, make me sweat. She make me sweat, make me sweat.
When these two teams faced off last against each other on Train, it went 16-9 to Chaos. And they've started off strong on their CT side, but have they done enough? Because last time around when we look at Nuke, and we look at TeamOne's CT side, they had the confidence. They had the element of surprise, and Chaos certainly weren't ready for it. We're about to find out if they've woken up. We're about to find out if they can win each other's map picks to kick off the grand final here. The rush comes on through, and PRT and Maluki, they're ready to stand true. But can they stand strong enough as Leaf and Jonji are still trying to run their way around into this? Leaf's been isolated though. He's got CTs around him. He might be able to play a sneak attack, and he does exactly that. Him and Jonji swarm around Pesadelo, but the bomb is down, and they know what's going on. What on earth shot was that onto PRT?
I have no idea how he connected that one.
He must. If we play that in slow-mo, it must be when he got dinked, you know?
You have to play that at 1,000 FPS, you know, one of these watermelon explosion type scenario, because I have no idea how he got
Production
that shot.
as slow as you can go.
Oh my, think about, we're
Right.
old, right? So this is the beginning of the round. PRT is doing a fantastic job with Maluki to completely destroy that push. We won't see the replay because technology has not reached a point where we can actually see that kill in full effect. Great reaction from TeamOne. Look, we talked about it after map 1. We said TeamOne, they had the momentum on Nuke and they were the better team by far. But can they bounce back now that they are on the back foot?
I'm seeing a Bison.
We shouldn't talk about it. People will forget about it. It never happened.
A Bison.
Look at the light. There we go.
Elliot, how many times have we seen a Bison?
Well, fortunately for him, it is not a... Actually, I'm going to eat my words because it is almost a complete buy for Chaos. They have a Galil and Armor, the Superman buy for Leave, and Marky has another one. So 2 of these rifles could be a huge problem for the Bison, but we will see if it comes to play.
We may have not seen it at all, Elliot says.
Interesting. I'm not surprised.
Yep, me neither. I've never found success.
You know who's surprised? It's Barton. He gets absolutely cut out by that execute, and in a matter of 6 seconds, the B side falls. Now it's going to be a tough retake. I'm looking at the weaponry for TeamOne, and these long-range duels will be complicated. Maluki with the FAMAS opens up the debate quite well. Marky try the first one, and then the jumping mouth somehow makes it work. Leave alone with 4 HP. He's got nowhere to go. What the hell was that? Is that Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a Spider-Man can.
You know they're gonna loop that one, and you're done for. That's it.
The production have had a lot of fun with my years, and probably now this.
Really good job by TeamOne. And again, we have to talk about the perspective and the philosophy in this round. They realize that they are outgunned in terms of long range, so what do? They send the MP9s to close the gap. And that's why we see absolute flying people with the MP9 grabbing the kills. That's the only way they can do it. TeamOne are showing some teeth on this second map. They've been one of my favorite teams to watch play and watch evolve during this tournament. It means the world to them. They are in the grand final of the DreamHack Masters, and they want to take it.
Still, 2 more maps they need to pick up to take it.
Indeed.
But
Fact.
4 more maps to play with. Looking at that logic, if they win 50% of the remaining maps, they're in for a good day.
Quick math. Can't argue with that logic.
Fact.
Fact. Mao's going to be in a lot of trouble in about 3 seconds.
Or
First
not.
kill easy. The cross placement is there, and the second kill.
Okay.
He's an absolute beast.
Malbs is ready for anything. Chaos, on the other hand, not so much. They're going to try and get their way into B. There's enough backup here with Barton and Maluki. They're playing towards the back of the bomb site train. And Barton with a FAMAS in hand. They're able to get one. Maluki's there to trade it up. Still one more to find. The Marquis is already quite low. He's still able to get a kill, but that's all that will happen as 3 stay alive. And TeamOne are now picking up some decisive rounds. Fact. No?
Fact. I just wanted to keep you guessing. Look, that right here from Malt, it destroys the entirety of the plan. For Chaos, they wanted to throw some fake towards the A side. They wanted to grab the rotation, make sure that 4 defenders stay on the A side, but Mobs destroying them gives all the time in the world to TeamOne to spread into the B bomb side. Maluki is just going in with the 5-7. What are you doing? Pick a rifle. Do something about it.
Like,
He's a madman.
At least have an SMG. I'm guessing he's saving for the AWP, so okay. But like...
There's no point for style. This is not a diving competition.
I have never seen someone so crazily just bum rush into them.
Did he...
Head first. That's like a bull in a china shop.
Did he think that it would only be Glocks in front of him? Because as soon as you have a Kevlar, it's going to be a little bit complicated.
He had the 5-7 though, so he's willing to deal with it.
Oh.
Like...
Full force.
I'll give him A for effort on that. We didn't expect it, and he still got a kill. Did a nice bit of damage to Zepar.
So Chaos, where do you go from this? You have 2 MAC-10s to play with, a P250 and a CZ. So you have to find a way to close the gap. Zepar is staying behind with his low HP, covering T mid.
Oh, but look, this isn't being checked just yet. Now he does. PRT gets dinked. I love this. Backs away. Gonna wait for the backup, allow him to get closer. And he needs to do something like that because even being dinked up could have been problematic. Malbs has now given away his spot, though. Tries to spam him up with the AK. But the Jiggle Peak is getting the better of him in this one. Nicely done. 2 more to find. Zephyr already very low, working his way around, trying to work his way in. Surprise. But that's it.
Surprise, but not enough. Vanity, definitely not with the weapon he wants to have in that scenario. 3 kills for Malbs, and I've been thoroughly impressed by what he has to bring to the table during this tournament. And if anything, obviously, I wish TeamOne, or I wish for them to stick together and evolve and improve as a team.
Like they had no idea.
It's one of these screenshots, like, at this moment, he realized, he knew things were going horribly wrong as soon as you peek the corner. But so far, so good for TeamOne. The semi-comeback is on track, 10-9, only trailing Chaos by 1 round. Their opponents fully equipped, all the resources in the world, and the B side will be the point of attack. Barton is not a player that we've talked about the most, but stat-wise, he was at the top of the mountain at the beginning of this series, beginning of this grand final, highest-rated player. Can you shine again?
Does he really risk this, though?
He's got no backup. No one's behind him.
God. They're just going to walk into him. He's spraying him out. He's done so much damage, but he couldn't net any kills. PRT tries to back him up, but it's not going to be enough. Now they've got to work out how they want to challenge this. Pastadello spots a player up high. Can't go in for the challenge on it just yet. There's smoke down on the floor, and he's just ducking and diving, playing around with the trains. Oh, Malbs, he hits all these great shots, but I don't think he's done enough. Still 2 more players, and, well, Maluki gets spammed, but I don't think Jonji realizes he hit the shot. And now Maluki, he might find the timing in this, gets himself 1, but it's not going to be a 1 and done just yet. Leaf is there and hiding around the corner. He's the last one to find. He sprays up into him, and he saves the day for Chaos. A huge 2K as he hides and sneaks his way to success.
I didn't think it would get that close, James. I thought they had it under wrap. But when Malbs wins the duel against Vanity in B holds, suddenly we start thinking about it. We start imagining the possibility of a backup. And if it weren't for Leaf and his clever positioning, we would be looking at a 10-10 scoreline. Huge hit for Chaos towards the B-bomb side. They find the perfect timing to do so. Poor Barton was alone and he couldn't do anything. And now they're looking to strike even more pressure. They start with Leaf and the great headshots. Malbs reacting with the MP9, but he's about to be in a world of trouble. He's been spotted, he's got to fight, and the weapon is not going to be enough. Things fall apart for TeamOne.
Barton needs to run away. Open-handed, he's not going to have too much of a hope with it. Pimp just doesn't mute his mic, you know, when he's just picked up his headset, makes all this noise.
Hey, man.
Welcome back, Pimp. Yeah, cheers for that.
I've been doing that throughout the entire week, making no noise, so I don't know.
I know, professionalism, you know, out the window. But it is you, we'll let you get away with it. TeamOne have actually found the 9th round, which means they are on the same scoreline as what they had last time around here against Chaos. But the last couple of rounds have not been pretty for them. Not pretty at all.
Not at all. And the money is looking quite dire as well, to be honest. They'll have to go for a full save right here. Limited what they can buy. Melts with a deagle and a flash, and the rest of the boys sticking with the USPs. And even if they go for a full save right here, they're still going to struggle a little bit the upcoming round, getting all the utility they want. So important for them, they now make a stance and maybe kill a couple of players from Chaos before their money is getting out of control. Winning the round, that'd be a dream scenario, of course, but looking highly unlikely. Maluki, though, spots a player towards the left right here. Connects as well with the USP, and there we go. Can he get away? He stays alive. Leaf will get this kill, no doubt about it. There we go.
Oh,
another headshot, though.
Another headshot, and it can be a little bit dicey. Second kill coming out for PRT. Malbs' Deagle has been making wonders. Remember Dust 2, that 4K that got my voice absolutely cracked. Can he do a little bit more? He's got 9 HP, and here is the timing. Marky, lucky to be alive with 31 HP. And it is now a 2 versus 2. I think Vanity spotted PRT, and with the USP, man, I know you're a good player, but this is not the duel you want to be taking.
The problem right now is TeamOne can't get hold of any of those guns. Marky finding a kill towards PRT as well. And now it is still Barton. Despite having 3 kills to the name, there's no guns to pick up for him right now. Spots a player towards Pop Dog, but at this point there's nothing he can do. For a moment right there, it was looking close. For a moment you thought they could actually win the round. And again, doing a lot of damage with the USPs. They're connecting more or less every single shot. So individually speaking, sure, TeamOne, they're still alive, they're still kicking. They still want to play Counter-Strike, and they still do it to a very high level. Whereas for Chaos, of course, the most important thing here is winning the round, and so they did. 13-9. TeamOne started out absolutely demolishing Chaos on their own map pick on Nuke. Moving into Train. Hasn't been the same for TeamOne, of course. Chaos are fighting back, and they're playing some good Counter-Strike right now. And right now, only 3 points away, 3 rounds away from taking TeamOne's map pick in this best of 5.
Chaos have found success repeatedly towards the B side. And judging by the minimap, they do want to fancy their chances again. But this time around, Maluki is here to help Barton. Remember, Chaos found the defense when it was the perfect timing before. Now they have enough bodies to defend it. Maluki is putting a pair of Nike, spraying through the smoke and the flash, but not going to be able to connect. Barton hiding behind the spot. Jonji's too quick on the trigger, too fast, and it is all falling apart. Jonji adding another one. Miles reacting. Second kill, Xepa will clean him. And the trades are all going in favor of Chaos. That B side has been their prey for so long. And Xepa adds another one. PRT, I'm not sure how he can maneuver this situation. It is just too hard for him. 14-9. Chaos truly have found the treasure. They have found the weak spot, and they apply pressure again and again and again.
It's looking very, very good for Chaos. I'm not gonna lie. I'm having a hard time seeing right now how TeamOne are supposed to fight their way back into this one. The round we just saw, well, they needed that one. They needed that one badly. Another eco coming in right here. That should mean that Chaos gets to map point on map number 2. But we have seen him do good damage with the pistols. Malps in particular, still hot, still fired up. The rest of the team, though, not so much. And when he's taking out, it's going to be tough.
Oh, no.
Well,
that's just unlucky. Jonji frantically spraying out, but also catches his teammate with one. It doesn't matter so much, though, as the 15th round will easily be secured, and everyone on TeamOne has fallen. They'll have one more buy up in this, and it is a must-win. It's do or die, but that would only take them to overtime.
we gave a lot of praise to Pesa, especially on Nuke. He was doing a fantastic job. One of the most impactful players, without a doubt. But right here on Train, he hasn't been able to get it done. 6 and 21. Fracking-wise, simply not able to keep it up.
It's interesting to see that for Chaos, it's the other way around. Leaf, a player that's been relatively quiet in this competition at the bottom of the stats for his team, is actually leading the charge with 29 kills. Can he do just a little bit more? Just enough to send Chaos onto map number 3 with a 1-1 scoreline. Maluki sees a flying terrorist in front of him. Not able to adjust, but I'm not going to hold it against him. And he wants to fight again. Peeking into Xepa, first kill guaranteed. But the trade is too fast. The spacing from Nymph is perfect. Another kill coming out of Marquis. And poor Mounts' position is known. That is a cleanup. 15-9. Look at that, 16-9 now. And we will have a 1-1 situation, James. Unless Barton can literally make a miracle.
And Barton has made some miracles happen before, but this might be too much to ask of him. Some incredible players on TeamOne, but it can't come through on Train. You said about it, what, 41% of them picking
Indeed.
it in their best of 3 series. They've picked it against Chaos, believing they could get it done again, but it is not time for them to shine this time around. Barton all alone, and with no hope to play with. A 16-9 scoreline, exactly the same as last time these two teams played. Chaos certainly know what they're doing, know what it's like to play Train, and they get the Train game done very nicely. Not as convincing as what we saw in Nuke, but this is positive signs if you're a Chaos fan.
Yeah, definitely, and we spoke about it, right? Whenever Chaos wants to win, whenever their back's against the wall, they seem to find another level, and this was another great showcase of that. Individually speaking, they were showing up, doing a good job.
They have done a really good job so far, but that only puts us at 1-1 in a best of 5 grand final. We'll be unpacking all of this and moving on to the next map in just a few moments. It may have been TeamOne's pick, but Chaos showed us what's up. They showed us that we have a game on our hands that's worthy of a grand final here at DreamHack Masters Winter 2020. And I gotta say, Chaos They didn't just wake up into this, they showed us that they are a team who understand how Train is supposed to be played, and it is not a map you can get away with just pugging your way through. They came back to their old style on it.
Yeah, and we got to see Leaf go absolutely nuclear as well. We haven't really talked that much about him in this tournament. He seems to be a bit of a player that's of right now not playing to the same level he were a couple of months ago. Maybe all this we're not knowing whether you're playing Counter-Strike, you're playing Valorant, all that kind of stuff. Leaving the organization has, taken a big hit on him. But what we saw right here in Train, that was stellar from him. Plus 100 ADR, going up against Malps again with a plus 100 ADR for the second map in a row. It was so much good stuff to see.
Yeah, he was the man of the hour. I have many situations in mind on the CT side where here's the difference maker towards the A bomb side. Whenever this execute would come in, it would be Marquee playing from PopDog and then Leaf striking in from connector, making the difference. So he truly was a beast. And I agree with you. Starting this grand final, he was at the bottom of the pit in terms of stats. He was far behind. But then as a team, it is actually a luxury to know that the player that's at the bottom can actually just ramp up for one map.
And that's the kind of story we have for both teams here, right? Any player at some point can ramp up and really deliver in a big way. So I want to aim higher one more time and have a look at a head-to-head here that Maniac has pointed out as being an important one from this.
Yeah, and we have two different stories coming on here, because on the right-hand side you have Leaf, and we already portrayed him. He was at the bottom of the stats, but he woke up massively on this map. If he can maintain that form, moving on this grand final, he is going to be a deciding factor. And the rest of the story is Malps being a god. And I know that is a very strong term, but what he has showcased us and what the level he's displayed so far in this tournament is hugely promising.
2 maps in a row. 2 maps in a row with plus 100 ADR. Despite losing 16-9, he was at 28 kills, plus 100 ADR, and doing a fantastic job. Again, opening up the duels, opening up the rounds. Malps right now, if he can continue with the level of play, to me, he's going to be the MVP of the tournament, and he could be, the deciding factor for whether or not TeamOne are going to be able to push this one to a 5th and potentially even win the game.
Are we scared right now, though, for TeamOne? No, not just in general.
I'm scared. I'm really
because
scared.
We're going to overpass next, right? And this is a map that we have seen over and over again go really well for the side of Chaos. We're going to work out how scared we need to be after the break.